Oh,
or just worms?
guys, I have some news here for you. This Teams thing is also limited to an hour. So
Yeah, I
it's
got a
gonna
notice thing that's at 14 minutes, and that was like 2 minutes ago. So yeah.
so they're gonna try and get money out of us for doing this shit, aren't they? You only get like
Not
an hour a day then?
good. Can I tell my dating story then? While we'll fill it out because it's a great
Fine,
story.
all right, but you got what, 12 minutes? So
12 minutes. I only need two, and that's what she said. Okay. So I'm on the dating apps as a single man is, and I'm on Tinder, and for some reason they gave me an extra. You guys aren't on these apps, but basically when you go on there, when you first sign up, you get a super like, which is like it gives them attention. Otherwise, it's like they have to swipe me. It's all working against me. But I got a super like, and I was like, I'm going to sit on this for when the time is right. I'm going to know when to use it, like in Krull, you'll know when to use it. Well, which is completely apropos to the story.
Shink.
Krull comes into the story. So I'm on there, and then I
That's a
see
movie I gotta watch again. I gotta watch Krull. Sorry,
great movie, great
gotta watch
story.
it again.
Um, I see what could best be described as very much of Dave's type, which is to say a little extra in all the fun areas, red hair, and even better, literally lives, like it said, like 3 miles away. So it's super close. She's literally in like the next city over. It's really close.
Please
And
let it be a
Before you
guy.
finish
Please
it,
let it be a guy.
before you
Please let it be
finish,
a guy. Please let it be a
before you
guy.
finish
Please let
this,
it be a
okay,
guy.
Lawler, shut the fuck up. I have my expression. So, can she suck the chrome off a trailer hitch and throw back with a beer? Because to me, that's a lady.
Can she suck a golf ball through a garden hose?
Well, I've never seen a woman that could eat a sandwich like that before.
Looks like the best part of you slipped down the crack of your mother's asshole and wound it up as a brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated.
No, we never got to that point, and I'll get to that. Okay, so I'm like, I'm doing like the thing that I really shouldn't be doing, which is like I'm fucking around on my phone while I'm watching TV, which you're not supposed to do. But I'm watching Andor, and I'm like, I stop everything. Everything is shut down. Emergency. I used the one super like, and then she liked me back. We'll say within 2-3 minutes, and I'm like, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong, and I'm like, what got her involved? What got her intrigued was not only because I'm cute, is because the thing I wrote, because the one I had before was like way more complicated, longer. I just wrote something simple, like, hey, this is Tinder, so I'm going to keep it simple. And then my next line is, I moved the stars for the new one. They get in with the labyrinth. Look, that's the target audience is women that are that's their core
Don't remember
memory.
Labyrinth?
Labyrinth. I moved the stars for no one. Okay.
R.I.P. David Bowie.
Dude, you're going totally nerdlinger here, man. I mean, we're a group of nerds here getting together, but you went full out nerdlinger on that one, man.
It's gonna get better.
I'm joined by Groovy Gang.
Trust me, it's gonna get better. So I'm talking to her. I have to end up deleting a whole bunch of apps because she wants to make sure I'm real and do a video chat, but I'm doing it through Chrome. I'm doing Tinder through Chrome because I don't have enough room for apps. So I have to delete a bunch of apps, get it. So I finally get that working. We do a video chat. It goes super long. It goes like for 3 hours ish. And one of our first questions is, have you heard of the movie Krull? And I'm like, oh shit. I've just jizzed myself right now. I jizz in.
You're like, I'm in love with you. Oh my God, you like Krull?
Well, here's the thing. She doesn't just like Krull. She didn't know what Krull was, so she looked it up and she's like, this is an interesting fantasy movie. Here's where it gets interesting. She's a singer. They're doing a local production of a stage production of a musical version of Krull.
Really?
What?
Wow.
I know.
Well, that makes sense. They're always making plays, musicals out of movies.
Because it's like an interpretation, so it's like a heavy metal version of Krull. And they're going to do like heavy metal music, and they're going to play the movie while they do it. And they have her, although I don't really think they need play. She's going to play Lissa, supposedly. Although she doesn't really look like. Who played Lissa? Oh God, I know the face. I know the
Lisette
name.
Anthony. Lisette Anthony.
Yes. She's basically like, well, if Lisette Anthony ate a lot and was like about 30 years older, she might look like her. But okay.
Well, Lisette Anthony would be about 50 years older now.
40. 42. She'd probably be
42.
about 60. Because she was like 17 when she made that movie. So she'd probably be about 60 now. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, now I'm completely in love with this woman. I of course not told her. I haven't told her. And then she actually played me. I'll get to that later because it's later. So I'm like, okay, let's meet. Let's do this. So next day, figure it out. I go to her place. This is the world we live in, where you can just go to a woman's place if you feel safe. Go to her place if you feel safe. Turns out she's, and she told me this before, she has narcolepsy, and she smokes a ton of weed too. Okay, now.
Whoa, hold on. That's hand in hand, right fucking there. You wonder why she has narcolepsy. I'm sorry, I'm a fucking pothead, okay? Right there. We know now why she has narcolepsy.
Well, anyway, so I go there, we figure it out, we hang out. It's very PG, okay? We're gonna just hang out and talk. It's fine. It's like I'm already meeting the woman of my dreams here. I'm like, God, this is an investment. So we do that. She plays me like she got some samples from it of the Krull musical, and it's literally guys in a band. It's like, and the guy's like, "This was given to me to know, but our world, the world of Krull." He's like really shit. It's like something from Spinal Tap. Okay, then they play the song, and it's like Krull, Krull.
So
I can't make this up.
Right.
I can't make this up. And we basically just hang out now. She knows she has narcolepsy. She told me like if she might pass out at some point in the night, and it'll look like kind of like an epileptic seizure. And she does kind of do that. And I just kind of hold her hand and wait. Okay. And then we hang out. Now it gets a little touchy feely, but not too much. I realized, I'm just gonna go in and start kissing her neck just to mess with her, and I did, and it got her all gooey. And then we kind of just was like. But the night went so long. I got there at like 7. I didn't leave till like 1. But it was mostly just hanging out, watching her have epileptic seizures and smoking pot, and it was very nice. And then, of course, the next day I get the text of like, Dave, you're a great guy, but I don't know thing. I get these all.
Really?
And so I know.
She gave you the "but I don't know." Meanwhile, you were there with her when she passed out.
Yeah, I was there.
Obviously,
she was
somebody you can trust. You didn't.
It was
go-
Well, I already know how. Okay, I'm speaking as the guy speaking as one of 2 guys here who've been married for a while. Dave, you should have fucking smoked the ganj with her, brother.
I should have. There's a thought. But
She probably thinks you're a narc now.
Let me explain something to you. The night went so long. I was getting tired. I was getting hungry. Any sort of energy that I might have put forth sexually, I didn't have it. Okay, it was a long day.
Well, you
So
shouldn't.
I'm like,
You don't go into a situation expecting sex or that there is going to be sex.
no, but I'm like, I probably could have gotten more, but I'm like, but also I wanted. The whole point of me going there was to give her sort of a safe space to have an epileptic seizure, So
yeah,
I was okay with. And again, she lives close. Now, I will say this: I am not heartbroken. I've had situations where stuff happened, and I was way more heartbroken. I am a bit dejected and confused because now it's not just that I'm in the friend zone. This is the truth. She was having problems with her phone, so she could receive texts and not send back. So I've sent her a few texts since then. I'm okay with just being friends because I mostly just want to like go to the Krull thing. I want to be a part of that. So I'm like, I can take minor heart, and also I can probably win her over at some point. But I can't even get a text back. I can't even get a "hey, fuck off" text because something's going on with her phone. Give me a rejection, I'll take a rejection. But it's just she lives so close, and she's exactly my type. And Krull, she had me at Krull. Damn it.
So, do you think that she thinks she can do better than you? Is that what's going on here?
Well, they all think they can do better, and then they date idiots.
I've had that maybe twice. I've had that twice, definitely.
But let me explain something to you. I am not where I need to be financially, and I understand that. But in all other areas, I am perfect, as far as I'm concerned. I even give good deeds.
Yeah, but here was the catch, though, man. And saying this as a guy who smokes weed, if you would have partaken with her, that was your end.
I would have. She was.
That doesn't matter. That was your fucking end, dude. You had to put whatever prejudices you had aside. That was your end. All you had to do was fucking get high with her, bro. That's
But the
all
thing
you
is,
had to do.
Here's what I feel like. Okay, let's say I would have gotten some. It would have been a situation where it's like I got some, and it still would have been friend zone. I feel like, unless
Well,
I
you know
gave
what?
her. Like,
Okay, I got something for you. Here's an alternate theory. She was scamming you. She was trying to get you high so that she could run a scam on you. There's a lot of scams on Tinder. I hear a lot of horror stories.
Well, she's
A lot of girls are out there trying to scam guys, and some of them catch on.
I looked her up. I found she's a real person and everything, but I'm like, whatever. She's not going to get any money. I got no money, so.
Yeah, but the thing is, you could be lying too. You could be a scam artist. A scam artist sees scams everywhere too.
That's why she wanted it. That's why she wanted to make sure I was a real person when she did.
No, she wanted to see if she could get you high, so she could figure something out too. There's
I will
also
tell
that.
you
It's
this.
just another
I
theory.
mean,
It's just a theory that happens.
she's, she was in my age.
I've had horror stories from people about that. I've heard horror stories from guys.
I prefer women in my age group, say like 40 to 50, somewhere in there, and she was 46. That's great. But I found like these women I meet, it's all trauma, and it's like there's stuff going on with them that like I'm just a silly bald man. When I compare my life, my childhood, my experiences,
Incredibly silly.
I'm just a silly bald man, and
I'm like just a silly bald man.
I've had a very easy life. Everyone else has had a horrible, traumatic life except for me. And
yeah, can you imagine narcolepsy girl there getting high and then just passing out in the middle of the road or something, or like at a ball game or in a supermarket? Like, I think I'll get the cling peaches, and then suddenly you're kissing the ground, and people are wondering what the hell's wrong with you.
Well, in the middle of it, she did a tarot reading on me. And she had her tarot deck out. She had the whole thing. She's like one step away from crystals, I guess. Oh, and this is another thing. She told me of her emotional journey. She has decided that she is a witch. She's not Wiccan. She's a witch, and she practices sex magic with a CK.
All right, okay, Anderson, I've got something for you. I'm going to tell you this right now. You dodged a bullet.